Hey guys, remember us? We're the Gonzales gang. Thanks so much for visiting our channel. If it's your first time, hit the like and subscribe button right now. Is that how we do this? Today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna talk about why we moved from California to Tennessee. We did this video already.
We did.
We filmed it, we took like an hour and we just kind of talked and it was very organic and natural. And then I went to edit it and it was blurry. The whole thing was out of focus, so that was my fault.
YouTube problem.
So hopefully it'll be fluid and not like... And we just want to say thank you to everybody who watches our videos and, you know, likes it and comments and supports us. We appreciate you guys. It's been a really big transition, obviously. If you've moved before, you know what an ordeal it is. And if you've moved across the country, then you can really relate. This was our first time, you know, we were born and raised in California.
Yeah.
It's our first time moving and living in another state. And so it's been a lot. We haven't been filming as much as we wanted to because luckily, thank God, we've been busy, a lot of work, but we miss filming for you guys for YouTube. So, but thank you for sticking with us and we appreciate it. Why in the world did we move?
I don't know, but I don't think.
No, that was my setup. Why did we move?
I was just thinking, I don't think I've ever moved more than an hour from like the last place that we've lived.
Yeah, me neither.
Like in my entire life.
Same. Moving sucks. I mean, can I say sucks?
Yes.
Moving stinks. Yeah, moving's hard anyway. So anyway, you saw our moving vlog.
Yeah.
We cried. It was, you know, closing one chapter, starting another one.
A whole big chapter.
But I think the whole thing really started, if I can say it.
Yeah.
I think our whole desire to move came back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We have some great friends that live here. They moved here in 2015. We met them in LA and, you know, started raising a family and stuff. And we came and visited them. They live in Franklin, Tennessee. And we loved it. We stayed with them for a week.
Yeah.
And we were like, we don't want to go home. Like, I can totally see us like raising kids here. At that time, Zachariah was 4 months.
Yeah.
So we were still new parents, but what?
I was gonna say, we should have just applied for a place here and just seen what happened.
Man, because in the 2 years, I mean, yeah, it's about 2 years from when we visited to when we actually moved here, it's like doubled the prices and stuff. Still much cheaper than Southern California. We'll get into that in a second. But we definitely knew we wanted to live here, raise kids here. We could definitely see it. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I didn't want to come home. I don't want to say I'd always wanted to move here, but
Pause. Tell them why you want to move to Tennessee.
Come on in. So, when I was a young gal, when the Hannah Montana movie came out, it took place in Franklin. So ever since I saw that, I had the biggest desire to move not only to Nashville, but like specifically Franklin. We're not currently in Franklin, but I wanted so badly to live here.
But whatever the motivation was, it was the right move, you know? So,
it was.
So she's been talking about Nashville for years, since I've known her, really.
Well over a decade.
Yeah, so.
Look at my smile, I love it.
The dream come true for her.
It is.
So yeah, 2019, we were like, we gotta find some way to get here, to move here. But at the time, you know, the way our bank accounts were set up, as you may have heard before, with our checking and our savings, they were both empty. So we couldn't move anywhere.
No.
It was just tough, you know, whatever. So we were figuring things out. Then the you know what hit. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, the you know what. And then that just threw everything out of whack. But we had an opportunity in December after Christmas to move, and we just pulled the trigger and we did it. So
if it seems like it came out of nowhere, it kind of did. I mean, like, I planted the seed like a decade ago, but like it just kind of took everyone by surprise. Like, we applied, we moved in 3 days, and we're here.
Exactly.
I don't recommend doing that. Definitely take your time. It was a lot of stress. A lot of things could have gone a lot smoother.
But it could have gone a lot worse. And God really took care of us.
Yeah.
In ways that we didn't expect. Yeah. And he used some people to really help us out. And it was a total God thing, really.
Even getting this house.
Yeah.
Because this wasn't the house this was kind of like in the back.
Yeah.
This house.
We're gonna get to why we moved, but let's just talk about this real quick. So just really quickly, in middle December, I was kind of like, I don't want to be paying California taxes anymore. like if we could start the new year and be somewhere else,
literally
like,
the middle of December, you guys. I'm not joking.
Like, let's just try. So we have a friend out here who's a real estate agent, and so she was kind of sending us rentals, and we weren't actually serious.
Yeah.
Necessarily, we were, but we were just looking. We were browsing, and so there were 2 places that we really liked.
Yeah.
And those were like our top 2. And so it was the day after Christmas, I think, which was a Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, Sunday. I think.
And I said, let's just get together. Let's just kind of browse through, scroll through these, and pray. In fact, we could do it separate. We were both sitting on the bed, but pick your top, I'll pick my top. Let's just pray about it and see, and we'll apply for one maybe tomorrow, which would be Monday. And then we moved on Friday. But so we both had 2 that we were like, these are sick.
Yeah.
I want this one, and if we can't get this one, I want this one.
Yeah.
Updated, beautiful, like freaking awesome. Can I say freaking?
Yes, you can say freaking. But then they were our top 2.
They were our top 2, yes.
But then you saw this house and you were kind of like, I think we should go for that one.
Yeah, I mean, after maybe an hour, couple hours, we were scrolling through, we were kind of praying, we were kind of just discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept coming back to this house, and I was like, I don't know, I think, because this one, all the others we were looking at were 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
This was a 4 bedroom. And
it was a little higher than what we wanted to
a little
pay.
higher price.
I was thinking, we don't need, it's us and Zachariah. We were fine in a 2 bedroom. You wanted an office space, so like a 3 bedroom worked for us.
But we also want to have another baby at some point, right?
Yeah.
So, which is kind of why I was like, maybe we should look into this 4 bedroom, because it's an extra room right now, yes, but I mean, how long are we going to wait before we have another? We don't know, but hopefully not too long. Lisa.
And then when we went to apply.
Yeah. Oh, so you said, yeah, we prayed about it. We're like, okay, let's go for this 4 bedroom. Next day we go to apply.
The price had dropped by 200?
No, it wasn't 200. It was
150? It had dropped to within what we wanted our budget for the house to be.
It might have been 200.
I think it was 200.
You're right. Sorry.
I know,
Yeah, I think you're right.
I know.
Now it was within our price range, and we're like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
We applied. I don't know if we already told the story, but we'll be brief, and then we'll kind of talk about our reasoning. But we applied on the Monday after Christmas, so the 27th at this point. It was the 27th. We applied.
Didn't hear anything.
On Wednesday, we booked movers to come on Friday, which would be the 31st, because we were just in faith. We were just like, Lord, we gotta move. You gotta make it happen. So we booked the movers, and then Wednesday night, we got confirmation that we did get this place. So it was pretty cool. And then Friday, the movers came and we moved. So
they almost came on Thursday, and I had a whole meltdown. That whole week, there were lots of meltdowns, but
the whole first like 3 weeks when we got here was a couple meltdowns for Liesl, but
I'm okay now, you guys.
So anyway, so we got this place and we're like, yay. But the reason we decided to move was a couple things. Obviously, price, cost of living. So we're both born and raised in Southern California. Yeah. We're very familiar with it. The beach right here, the mountains right here. Orange County, everything's new, kind of clean, and but the cost of living it's always been high. There's no signs of it coming down.
No.
And we want to grow our family and stuff, and we're not rich, so
we are paying much less for this 4-bedroom house than we were paying for our 1-bedroom loft apartment in LA. Very first.
And that was in 2016.
That was in 2016.
I can't even imagine what it is now. But even our apartment in Aliso Viejo, before we moved right here, was still $350 more expensive for a 2-bedroom apartment than this 4-bedroom house. So obviously that's just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It was just like we said before. It was a matter of like being able to move costs a little bit of money. So we didn't really, it was kind of, the reason we were so like, God, whatever, here we go, let's just do it, is because we kind of didn't have any other options. It was just too expensive to stay there.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to work out. We were going to have to move anyway. And it's like, why are we going to move to another like really expensive but subpar place? Yeah. So cost of living.
And our apartment
gas,
was great.
Food, freaking, can I say freaking? No, sorry. Gas, food. I'm kidding. Gas, food, apartment or house. A house was out of the question. Let's just get that straight.
Out of the question.
So yes, cost of living, number one. Here, Even with this crazy inflation and insane prices of gas and groceries and stuff, it's still cheaper here. Thank God for that.
And you've been able to save on gas because he's been working from home the whole time.
That too. God really has been blessing us. I've been able to work from home, saving gas money, and
not spending $6.50 on gas a gallon.
Or $7.50, depending on where you're at. Number 2?
We just like it here. I don't know. Tennessee is definitely a lot more family friendly than LA I think will ever be.
Yeah.
Unless something drastic happens, but.
Tons of families, tons of kids, tons of like outdoors, nature. Yeah. Zachariah loves nature.
He does.
He loves the outdoors. He loves hiking trails and stuff and the park and.
We're learning to love it.
Yeah, I don't know like too much, but we do what our kid wants. Because he loves it so. But yeah, lots of great like nature, outdoor stuff. I mean, tons of bugs. He loves bugs.
Tons of bugs.
In a good way though, not in a bad way.
Most of our friends, specifically in LA, didn't have kids yet or are just starting to have kids. Whereas like, I've got friends here and they like our age that are like done and they have 3 or 4 and it's just like, what? Like how far behind are we? But it's just, we wanted Zachariah to be able to grow up around other kids, to play and just, it's just a lot more family friendly. I don't know how to put it other than like, it's just a lot more family friendly. There's not like the grind.
Exactly, yeah. Well, also, you don't have to grind so hard just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, like, I feel so much more at peace here.
Also, people are way, way, way friendlier here. Nobody has, well, I don't want to say nobody has an agenda, but like if someone's nice to you, they don't generally, I haven't experienced this, they don't have an agenda.
Yeah.
Like I've had people come up, like as I'm putting Zachariah in the car or putting the groceries in the car, they'll ask if they can take my cart back and I'm like not an employee, just a random person. And I'm just like, I feel
like, and I feel like this is more my kind of, my style.
These are your people.
Because that's what I would do.
I mean, they're my people too, but you're like, you're a very nice person.
Yeah, I get it. Like
you think about other people a lot. I'm working on it.
I try to.
You do. You're always thinking about other people, and I'm like, sit on the bench. You're like, well, what if someone walks in? And I'm like, well, I don't want them sitting next to me, and I'm gonna sit here. So sit here.
But yeah, people are very friendly. They just do nice things because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
We embrace the Tennessee culture here. Liesl already has cowboy boots and hats and.
I've got a Dolly Parton license plate.
Oh yeah, we got our new plates. Liesl got the Dolly Parton.
I had to. Tennessee.
I mean, you've always loved country music too. I mean, Liesl was destined to live here, to be honest, in the South somewhere because ever since I met you, before country music was cool, she was listening to country music. It wasn't pop or mainstream yet.
It wasn't. Now, like there had like Faith Hill, a little bit of a dabble. Taylor Swift was on her way out, but like for the most part, like no one was listening. Yeah. You got a point 4?
Number 4, but maybe it should be number 1. These aren't in any order or anything, but God.
Basically told you Tennessee.
We were praying about it and just felt like God was saying to do this, which is evident by the favor we had, I think, and just the grace throughout the process. But yeah, I mean, when I would pray, I just felt like he was saying Nashville. I just couldn't get out of my head. Even though we wanted to move here since 2019, again, like we said, it wasn't like we were actively trying. It was more like that would be nice someday. And so when we were kind of like, hey, let's just try to move out of state and see, this was one of the options, but there were other places too. I mean, there are other cheaper places as well because the prices are going up here too. But I just felt like God was saying Nashville and I didn't know how it was going to work out. That's just what I felt. And so we just went for it.
Ran with it.
We just went for it. Like I said, we applied for that place and just believed that he was gonna, hook it up for us, and he did in a major way. Yeah. That's probably the most important thing, because had he said go to Iowa or I don't know, some name of a state, I don't know. It would have been hard. But we would have known that you gotta obey that. Yeah. Regardless of what you want to do, you gotta do what God wants you to do. So
That's kind of our story as to why we moved. It's not like we didn't move for a particular job. Other than just like having 4 walls, we didn't really have like a clear vision of like what our life was gonna look like here. Right. We moved in the dead of winter into a blizzard. Basically. Who does that?
We did do that. Well, how would we know? How are we supposed to know?
I will say every time we've made a significant, at least for me, every time we've had like a significant life moment, the weather has been extreme.
That's true. Really hot. Mostly really hot.
Mostly really hot.
But this one was quite cold.
7 degrees cold.
People were like, locals here were like, it never snows. And then it snowed. They're like, we get one of these a year, maybe. A week later, it snows again. This never happens more than 2 times. And then it snowed a 3rd time. They're like, I don't know what's happening. This never happens.
And then like 3 weeks ago, it snowed in March. And we were like, it's snowing, it's March. This never ever. I don't think it snowed in March since what, the 70s?
Something like that. It's like 40 years or something. But the cool thing is it just snows a little bit. It looks beautiful like a Hallmark movie. And then in a day, it's gone. So it's kind of nice. You get a little breakup. But yeah, that's kind of like our condensed story.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes or so, but
we're loving it here.
We're loving it here. Not just because things are kind of like going smoothly for us, but it just feels right.
Yeah.
And it feels good. So we have peace for that. And I really like that. So
what's your favorite thing about being here?
My favorite thing is honestly my studio. Getting to work from home is just the best. Having a cool place to work and getting to work from home and you know, I think that's ideal for me. I've always wanted that.
Yeah.
So I can be around, like I can't just hang out downstairs all the time. But if Zachariah wants to come in and bombard me and have me, you know, take a picture of him with a Polaroid camera or something like that, or play my drums, I'll take a 5-minute break to do that.
Yeah.
And that's like special stuff to me. So how about you?
I think my favorite thing that's so surprising to me is that every day I'm like, wow, we're in a house. We're in a 4-bedroom house.
Maybe that kind of ties into mine too,
but you're like, no, I'm very excited that you get to work from home. Trust me.
But I couldn't do it in an apartment, so I'm with you on the house. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just that, like, you know, we're in a house of not this specific house. I just figured we'd end up in a house if we moved here.
Yeah.
But I just didn't envision this being the house that we moved it into.
Right,
it's not like the biggest house. It doesn't have like anything crazy elaborate, but it's just the fact that we are in a 4-bedroom house and I didn't see this happening like in the near future at any point.
Yeah. We could stomp on the floor.
We could stomp on the floor.
We've always been above people. We could stomp.
And Zachariah like
runs,
literally runs through this entire house. It's his house.
And I love that he's comfortable.
He's comfortable.
You know, it's his house.
It's his house.
He owns this house. I just love that though. You know, he's not uncomfortable. I mean, for weeks he would say he wanted to go home. So that was kind of hard. But once he realized that, once our furniture came and he saw his TV, he was good.
And his favorite, like,
and his toys and stuff. So
animals.
now it feels like home for him and he loves it.
Yeah.
So that's very special and I love that. But
what has been the biggest adjustment for you?
Probably my friends. You know, not having my golfing buddies, I think honestly, I think that's the toughest part because everything else is better here, in my opinion. For me, I prefer it. But not being able to go play golf with my friends is, you know, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad day. Yeah. Shout out Harris, Joey, Kevin.
I'd have to say the weather.
Yeah.
We were used to going to the park every single day, and now we did have a lot more space in the house, so there's a lot more stuff to keep Zachariah busy. But like our whole thing was, we wake up, eat 4 breakfasts, go to the park.
Yeah, 4 breakfasts.
We still eat 4 breakfasts.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Zachariah does.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been nice. Like he loves the snow now. Now that like his snow gear came, like
his gloves.
It's not snowing. It's April, but
when it did, he loved it.
When it did snow last month, he liked it.
Yeah, the weather is different. We had a tornado last night.
Tornado warning.
Tornado warning.
Which was so weird because
could have touched down. We looked outside, lightning everywhere, wind, rain, hail.
But
thunder.
We weren't like taking it super seriously.
Yeah, we were. That's why we were in the bathroom.
Well, I know, but I mean, initially, until like people were like, "You gotta get in, you gotta get in the bathroom. We're getting shelter." I think it was
I was. I don't know. You weren't?
I wasn't.
Oh,
I was just kind of. I don't know.
And why? I thought we were. That's why we were in the bathroom.
I thought we were.
It said to stay on the first floor, so that's why I didn't want you to go upstairs.
Oh. Also, it's so green here.
It is really green.
So green. That's nice.
That is nice. It's not desert. The grass isn't dead like all year long.
The trees are blooming. The birds are chirping.
The bees are buzzing.
The bees.
And the spiders are crawling.
Oh.
Guys, we had a slug in our
Ew,
tub.
We did have a slug.
A slug in our bathtub. We had a slug in the tub. I don't know where that thing came from. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. That's basically why we moved. Some of the main reasons. So, I mean, there are other reasons that I'm not going to go into. Politics.
Those are some of the main reasons why we moved. But I want to know, because I'm nosy, have any of you guys...
You're not nosy. You nosy? No chance. No way.
Have you ever...
Just kidding.
Have you ever done a cross-country or like cross-state lines move, like a giant move? Yeah. Not like down the street, even though every move is, I would say, at least every move I've done has been pretty significant. Right. But like, I just want to know, have you ever been in the same position where we are, where you're like bawling? You weren't bawling, where I was bawling.
You ever bawl when you move?
Anyway, I just want to know if you've ever done a cross-country, major life move, because I am curious.
Yeah, and if you did, tell us where you moved.
Yeah.
Where you moved from, where you moved to, where you're from right now. I feel like we have a lot of international viewers.
That's true. What do you like about where you live?
Yeah.
Let us know, because who knows, maybe we could end up in like Egypt.
I would love to visit. All right, guys. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, that's all for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. But remember, be blessed, don't stress. We'll see you later.